Well, my real name is Coleman Lawrence Mattingly III, but people call me Coke, C-O-K-E. My parents have no idea how it started, when it started. That's the name I've had all my life. I entered the service in 1970. I got out of the service in 73. During that time frame, my first year, I was sent to Germany, which was a nice little, vacation. Unfortunately, I got orders to go to Vietnam. It was kind of bad because I asked Janine, my wife, if she wanted to marry me. So we got married, and that's 2.5 weeks that I was gone to Vietnam. I was there when they pulled out all the combat troops out of the region that I was in. Nixon said on TV, he said, there are no more troops above the Hai Van Pass, which is above Da Nang. And my wife wrote me a letter and said, where are you? And I said, well, I'm still up here, So I was put on a special assignment to work with a Vietnamese soldier. There was a big drug problem. We would go out and try to disrupt the delivery and the paths of heroin.
Obviously I knew he was in the Vietnam War. This was early 80s, so the perception of the Vietnam War was still kind of ambiguous, I guess, for a young kid. But then him not really ever talking about it, nobody really ever talking about it, right? It's like, it's just this thing we don't talk about, right? I think as I grew older, I started to learn more about history of Vietnam, and 1970, it was messed up.
I've said several times that no one will see what we've seen, no one will smell what we smelled, no one will do what we've done. Only the veteran will really understand some of the...
When I think about my dad, when he was in that position at the age that he was, and the future that he had, hopes, dreams, just marrying my mom, having these grandkids here now, all of this that he put out on that line, and was fortunate enough to be able to come back through where, a lot of those guys didn't.
While you're there was a lot of more fun times than really bad times. It's just the really bad times are really bad times. But the camaraderie that you felt again with going on the honor flight with everybody on there, it was just kind of fun, and being all of us knowing that, hey, I think we're accepted,
You could see an instant connection, right? Like they didn't know each other, but they did know each other.
I could talk all day with another Vietnam veteran, but talking to the other people, you were too insecure, maybe even talking to them about things because you didn't know how they would react. There's still stuff that I haven't told my family about, and stuff that is deep-seated down in there, but I'm feeling better about it. Somewhat better about it. I will never forget, but now I can work on forgiving. I think that's part of this whole thing. I think anybody that serves, I don't care what they are. I think anybody that raised their hand, like we said, in an oath to serve, regardless of their positions, regardless of what they did, whether it was dangerous, whether it was not dangerous at all, deserves the gratitude and the appreciation and the recognition that the honor flight does for you.